everybody. Okay, so Bold was good. I think I've now formed an opinion that I think Bold is better because they have a shorter time window, so they have to punch in the story when they have the time, and also, they just know how to move it and still give you enough meat so you're interested. So. Okay, the reason my title is Thomas is because just ugh. Okay, so Ridge finally stood up for himself and his woman. Yay! Who knew they actually wrote Ridge as an adult person? Interesting. Okay, whereas they're writing Thomas like a child. I literally want to scream at the TV. What is wrong with you? Don't you have a child of your own? To this man who I really, really like. Not the character, the actor. Okay, the character is just okay. The writers have clearly made a decision on they wrote him and are writing him as dark and gonna snap at a moment's notice. The reason I say this is because he came back in town and he finds out his mom and his dad are engaged. So first he's really happy. And then he finds out within 2 days, give or take, of coming back, that his father not only broke up with his mother, but married the other woman. He perceives her as the other woman in a quickie ceremony, which I got thoughts on Carter too, but I'll get there. Um, so clearly you have the dynamic of the person you like and the person you hate. Okay? Only thing is, I don't subscribe to hate anyway, but you could not like a person and not let it go to the levels. This man is going to let him go. It's going to go to the levels. I can see it. I mean, yesterday, and I talked about this ad nauseum, that he literally had a mental breakdown. Only thing is, he had the mental breakdown on her. So he basically threw all the insults he could at her because he sees her as the reason for all his problems, that whole thing. Okay. Which I don't agree with in the first place. Number two, today, he tells his father, and we pick up from yesterday, and they're in a room, and he's screaming at his dad, "Tell me it's not true. Tell me you didn't marry her. Tell me." And I'm like, Jesus, like, pipe down a little, you know? And and then and then Ridge says, "Yes, I did. I made a choice, and I know you and your sister aren't gonna like it, and your mom is gonna like it for the time being, but she'll be all right. And aren't you a grown man with your own kid?" And I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "Yes, you have my thoughts in your head. Yes." Okay. So then he says, "I picked Brooke, you know?" And I'm like, "Okay. Okay, so he's finally standing up for his lady. Great. He should have been doing that decades ago, but anyway. Um, Number two, and this, I have a lot to say. So this is probably going to be a 10-minute video. Okay. Story number two. Taylor, uh, I don't know. They have just decided to quit writing for her. I swear to God. Okay. She is packing up her stuff to leave, and somebody knocks on the door, and you see it's Eric. And Eric doesn't get a chance to say anything. Eric says, well, I'm sorry. Are you okay? And she's like, no. I mean, I'll be fine, but no. And then she takes a leap into like, well, you probably want me to leave, right? And I'm like, what in the wow. Wow. Okay, so the man hasn't said one word. Is how are you doing? And you jump into, you want me to leave, right? Okay. But then she stood up for herself a little bit and said, I know you said you'd support me, but it clearly you support Brooke more than me. Because you talk about how Brooke didn't have any support. Brooke had everyone's support and some other more people than that. I don't feel like I've had anybody's support. I'm like, all right, we need to stand up for yourself. I don't agree with that because, well, not that I would pick a side, because, like I said, I don't care either way. I just wanted the man to make a choice and stick with it. And so I would support Taylor if they wrote better for her. They wrote her as a, like, I don't know, needy, needs everyone's approval. Shit. And it just doesn't track with who she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be strong, independent, smart, capable, whatever. And they wrote her as like needy. I don't know. Um. Okay. So storyline number 3. And okay. No. To put a button on it. Okay. I know I'm not the only one to say this, but this is my final statement on Taylor. If you're not going to write for her, write her out. Please, for the love of God, if you're not going to write for her, write her out. Okay. Storyline number 3. Luna. Remember how I told you Luna went into Remy's apartment by mistake? Or by mistake yesterday? Okay. So today we find out that Remy has a boyfriend. So he's gay. Got no problem with that? Yay, woohoo. Another LGBT character, great. I hope you're right for them. Number 2. She and then they start talking. The boyfriend and him. They start talking, so she goes in the bathroom. She excuses herself to go in the bathroom. And meanwhile, she has a pregnancy test, the stick thing. She has it. I'm like, why? I mean, okay, I know why she has it, but I'm saying, why do you have it? Because if I'm correct, you only slept with Will, unbeknownst to him, by the way, one time. I know it only takes one time, but come on, people. No. Okay, another one of these storylines. No. Okay. I know I have no say, and you really don't care about what we want, although we watch your soap every day. But do not, for the love of somebody, write a pregnancy storyline. No, don't do it. I'm so tired of the pregnant shit thing. I just don't do it. Oh boy. Okay, so connected to story B, or story 3, sorry, is that Lee comes home with some treats, quote unquote, and she says, I know you think of me as a strict grandma, but I want to prove you wrong. And then she's looking for Luna, and she doesn't know where she is, of course, because all she knows is that she's not in the house. and she doesn't know she's in the other apartment or whatever. So, okay. So then, the best part of the day, the angry mob shows up. Okay, what am I talking about? Um, okay, I'm gonna go back into film a little bit. Have you ever seen a film where there's an angry mob mentality, right? And everybody wants somebody like either unalive or hurt because they hurt somebody else. I'm sure you've seen it, right? Okay, so the angry mob comes at the door, right? They knock on the door. So Lee is looking for Luna, and then she opens the door because she thinks that Luna is going to be on the other side of the door. Unbeknownst to her, it's Bill, Katie, and Will, and they're all mad at her. And mad at her because she didn't know this, but she knows. Okay, let's go back into what she knows. She knows Luna snuck out of the apartment when she didn't want her to. Remember that night? Okay, she snuck out. That's all she knows. Lee doesn't know that Luna did what she did. Lee doesn't know anything. So when these people come to her door and say, I can't believe that your granddaughter did X, Y, and Z, and da. Then Lee is taken aback and shocked because once again she doesn't know anything. And Bill comes at her with like fire, dude. He's like, "You're pissed at me. You were pissed at me because I gave her a second chance. You read me the riot act, and then somebody else gave her a chance, and then you give her a chance. So you think third time's the charm? Not." I'm like, best line ever. I'm like, you tell it, Bill. Finally. So, okay, in about 2 minutes, she learns everything that Luna did, and she learns why people are pissed at her. All in 2 minutes. So, hallelujah. Oh, I can't wait for the fallout. Like, the whole fallout. Because Luna, well, her secret of being unalive totally blown out of the water at this point. Because you know how people are. Once they find out a secret, they can't wait to open their mouth. Number two, Luna's thing of not being unalive is now known by, let's see. Well, first it was her grandmother's. Now it's the whole uh, uh, that family, Katie, Spencer family, sort of, and then also Remy and his boyfriend. So the number of people who now know that she's not dead is climbing. Give it a week, maybe two, everybody will know she's alive. Everybody. And then, ooh, the fallout. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited like it's my life. This is sad. But I'm like, yeah, bring it. Because Luna's been so bad for so long. Although they tried to make her good in the beginning. But now she's going to have her comeuppance. And I can't wait for that. So, all right. Bye, everybody.